Be very quiet. I found a mythical creature over here. Shh, watch. Shh, there he is. The Myungji graduate. Yes, they do exist. People that are graduating Myungji University. Oh, there's more. Shh, be very quiet. They're very shy. There they are, right there. The Myungji graduates. Yes, people actually graduate from university. And one day, that's going to be you. So don't get stressed out. Don't let coronavirus get you down. You'll look back one day and go, hey, remember when I was a freshman, first year student, or second year student? Oh, seems like forever ago. But one day, that's going to be you. You're going to be the Myungji graduate. There they are. There's one right there. She has pretty flowers. Look at that. Hey, there's Oma with her graduation hat. Yes, one day you too will graduate Myungji University. Work hard, study hard. Don't worry, one day this will be you. Congratulations. You did it. You graduated? You're done? Did you get a good job yet?
Yeah.
You did? Whoa, congratulations. Oh, hey, how you doing? Can you wait a minute? Okay. Sorry, let me finish this up. Actions. Okay. All right, sorry, have a seat. I was just going through my English Conversation 4 class. What we're going to talk about, did you like that video? Yeah, now, you know the guy in the video, the graduate, he was a real graduate. I did not set him up. He wasn't my friend. Never met him before. And he did actually have a job. So I just want to encourage you that, yes, when you go to school, even though our Unit 1 is about the news, and lately the news has been pretty bad with COVID-19 and these other issues, you will graduate. So what we're going to do now is let's look in Unit 1, okay? So if you have your book, we're going to turn to Unit 1, okay, which is page 3. Now, the introduction of this is the news, okay? And then part B of the book, you see lesson B there, it's agreeing with an opinion or disagreeing politely, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some verb tenses, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next page here. Now, the next page in your book, remember, is the vocabulary. And as you know, when you're looking at news, there are different sections, right? You guys know that word now. An English section is just like a part of a whole. So this is the book, and Unit 1 would be Section 1, or Chapter 1. And it's the same thing as the news. I like watching the news, and most news on the internet has like business and life and sports. And many of you only watch specific kinds of news. That's how most people are. Now in the vocabulary, they have words like business, entertainment, local news, sports, lifestyle, world, weather, technology. Most of these words, for my Con 4 students, these are no problem for you. Most of you don't need to memorize these. You know these words. And I'm just going to cover very quickly, when you're in your major, okay, so if you have a major, I tell my students, it's really important to look at the news in your major. So if you're a science person, then you want to watch the science news or get a journal. And it's really important to help you understand. So if you're an architecture major, you might want to do like archaeology or architecture. Today, I don't know what Koreans have, but I'm sure you have different periodicals and things about real estate and buildings, these kind of things. So you want to study or pay attention to what's in the news. All my science people are engineering students. So if you're a chemical engineering or in chemistry, you'd want to take a very close attention to what's happening in the field of chemistry. Like, is there some kind of new material that's coming out or some new breakthrough? And knowing these things, studying these things, these sections, and being in the news and looking at it, say engineering news, then you'll more likely be able to comprehend your major. So if you're computer sciences, you want to keep up with the new things in HTML5, or maybe in the new JavaScript that's coming out, or the PHP that's being upgraded, or these languages and what's happening in your field. So if you're a business person or you're into certain areas, you might want to pay attention to those areas in the news. It's just to encourage you, to help you in the future, to let you have what we call a leg up. So you're a little step above the other students that are around you. So paying attention to the news in your major would be important. Now what we're going to do is look at some grammar. Now the next test is not a grammar test, it's a function test. But on our last test we did, talking about the past tense, it is a little confusing. For example, we have simple present like Hawaii hopes to attract. Hawaii hopes to attract. Or I hope to pass this class, right? Continuous, present continuous is now in the future. We have the ing, recovering, studying. You are listening to me. So right now you listen, and the next second you're going to listen, and then listen. So as time goes by, we use the word listening, right? Pretty simple. Now the past tense is the most confusing. We have like the word has and had, is and was. That was a lot of mistakes in our class. Was a lot of students kept saying is, or has. Past tense of has is had, like here in the thing is Mars had a lake. Okay, so then we have this idea of past continuous, a little more confusing. Jason was playing, or we were listening. Okay, or you are listening. So are would be now, but if this was later, say after Chuseok, you'd say I was listening to you, teacher. I was listening. So that's that past continuous, which is also very confusing. Now, present perfect is another really odd one. We talked about has opened. This is a kind of like we're taking has now, but we opened it. So sometimes you can combine them. That is by far the most confusing. And then the future, we know will be. I will do this, I will do that. So again, let's take a quick look at our grammar just to cover it again. Now the first one here I put in there for you. So if you look in your book there, we're on page number 5. Now you look for the keywords. For example, the Sun-Times has closed its door. Okay, you could say also sometimes closed its doors. That's okay too, but sometimes we would say has closed, which would be that present perfect. It's easier just to say closed, okay, just to keep it in basic past continuous. That would be easier, just the perfect past, okay? Now, it says the newspaper print its last newspaper last Sunday. Now the word last Sunday means last would be last Sunday, right? So that's in the past. So you say the newspaper printed its last newspaper last Sunday. That's that confusing, tricky grammar, like first and last. Now last here is in the past, so very confusing, but most of you, if you keep doing these, you'll get used to them. Now notice this says, but it opened again after, it opened again next month in an internet-only paper. Now, next month is in the future. So because it's future, you would have to say, but it will open again next month. Will open. So because of that, next month, okay, that would be in the future. And when you're looking at the grammar, for you guys doing your TOEIC tests and everything, they're real tricky in those grammar. And a lot of times it's that past tense, the tenses that explain what is happening, okay? So then I'll look, it says this, staff members blank about digital publishing now. Now, staff members learn about digital publishing now. Learn about it now. Now is now, and learn is just the basic simple. So it'd be, they learn about digital publishing now. Why? So they blank, okay, so they blank ready next month. Now, next month is future, future is will, so they will be ready next month. See, it's next month, so it's going to be will be because it's in the future. Now, sadly, the Austin Gazette be now the city's only paper newspaper, not digital newspaper. This one's a little weird, but it says, sadly, the Austin Gazette, now the city's only newspaper. So now is now, and one of the simplest it would be is now. So it would be safe to just to say, sadly, the Austin Gazette is now the city's only newspaper. Is now, right? The only newspaper. Now, if you want to do more of these, you can. We'll do more of these after the next video we're going to do it. So we're going to end right now. So go ahead and go through these. If you have any questions, you can talk to me after class or during some of the Zoom sessions. So go ahead there on page number 5 and try to fill those out. See if they make sense to you. Now remember, always look at the tenses on the verb on past, present, and future. And that's will give you an idea of which one of those fits in there. All right, so let's stop for now. I will see you.